Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the press presentation of Miss Earth 2021 winners. I am Carl Capelan from Sash Factor on behalf of Miss Earth organization. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone wherever you are. If you're in the US, good morning, everyone. And if you're in Thailand, Tukon Sawadikra. Tonight, I am very excited because we're going to meet the winners of Miss Earth 2021 that includes the winner of Miss Earth and her elemental court. So without further ado, I will present to you our winners for tonight. Good evening, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for the time and space that you provided for us tonight. How are you? Let's start with Baitong. Baitong, how are you?
Hello, สวัสดีค่ะ. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm really appreciate to be here on the show.
I'm very happy to see you again. I've seen you before virtually, and I'm really very happy to see you again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Let's move on to Miss Earth Air, Marissa. Marissa, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's very early here in California, about 5 a.m., but I'm so happy to be starting my day off right and talking to you, lovely people. And I just wanted to say hello to all the fans who are tuning in. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. I know it takes effort to wake up around 4 or 3 a.m. to get yourself prepped up to show to people, and yet you're doing it for us. We really appreciate it. And of course, most definitely, our winner, Miss Earth 2021, because it's her destiny, destiny herself, Miss Earth 2021 from Belize. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. Again, it's such an honor to be your Miss Earth 2021, and I'm happy to be here. So, yes, we have gotten up. Marissa and I have gotten up very early. However, I think I am getting used to it by now. So, I might set my alarm every day now for 3:30, 4 a.m.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you made it for us today. And thank you so much for the time. First off, right off the bat, girls, have you sleeping yet? Did you already sleep? Did you already have enough sleep? That's the question. Let's start with Marissa. Marissa, you're waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Have you sleeping?
Well, I've
Yeah.
definitely gotten used to like Destiny was saying, we've gotten used to waking up at this time. We've been doing our interviews at this time from the very beginning of the competition. So it's not something I'm not used to at this point, but I definitely had to learn to be a morning person throughout this competition because I definitely was not when it started. But now this is my new normal, waking up, before the sun. But at least I get to see it peak up once we're right at the end of our interviews.
Fantastic. And just to be fair, to see your energies up at 5 a.m. in the morning, props to you. Kudos to you, Marissa. Thank you so much.
Props to my tea.
All right. Let's move on to Baitang. Baitang.
Yes. Usually I'm an early bird, so sleep or not sleep is not that bored to me at all because usually before I work really hard as a creative. And creative did not sleep much because everything in their head all the time. So I'm gonna look like super zombie sometimes.
You know what? If you're going to be a zombie, you must be a very beautiful zombie
Oh, thank
for
you.
everyone.
Today I drive from like Bangkok to Chumpon like 7 hours because heavy rain on along the way. But yes,
Oh.
still cool.
All right. Please keep safe. I understand it's raining in your place. And of course, let's move on to our queen, Destiny. Destiny, how about you? How's your
Yes.
sleeping pattern?
So typically my sleeping pattern varies. I know some nights usually I stay up if I have an idea in my head or a poem I want to write or some notes, or I'll just stay up all night writing. And then the next day I'll just sleep the entire day. So it depends on when I get inspired. However, for the pageant, my sleeping pattern the past few days or couple days has been like non-existent. I haven't really been able to sleep much because of all the excitement. My phone is always blowing up, and I definitely want to stay in contact with my family and friends throughout this entire experience. I did get some sleep last night though, and that was I got like 6 hours of sleep, so that was
Wow.
good. Yeah.
All right, perfect. As they say, I mean, personally, I believe the time is gold, but sleep is platinum. It's more important than gold. So that's the reason I'm asking ladies on the get go if you're ready, if you have already taken some nap or if you already
Mhm.
slept. My
Oh,
next
now please
question,
become our friend.
my next question would be, right after competition, right after you announce your respective crowns,
Mhm.
what did you request to eat? What did you eat right after the competition? I'm just curious. You after the months, the days of dieting and preparation, trying to look good, trying to make sure that you're camera friendly. What did you crave for right after the competition? Let's start with Baitong.
Well, actually, I'm kind of skinny and really small girl. So I'm kind of lucky girl. So I did not on the diet or did not have the list to don't have to eat. So I eat everything. Plenty of food here. So it's really delicious. Can you stop yourself to eat something really delicious? So no. And I really love to eat. So I eat everything and before or after and now I still eating.
I agree. Firstly, Pom Chop Kanam Thai. Aroy
Yes.
Makmak.
ขนมไทยอร่อยมากค่ะ Yes really delicious desserts.
Chai crap. All right. Marissa, how about you? What did you crave for right after the competition?
Kind of similar to Baitong, like I don't really do many diets, so I don't really believe in keeping yourself from eating something that you love and just doing things in good quantities. But right during our watch party we had for the final, we had salads and sandwiches and cookies and chips. So I had a little bit of everything in there throughout the night. But I think my favorite was it was an M&M cookie. It was very, very tasty.
Oh, oh
Chocolate.
wow. Oh my God. M&M cookies and Reese's peanut butter cups pie. Oh my God. Those are wonderful food. Thank you. How about our Miss Earth Destiny? Destiny, what did you eat right after the competition?
Okay, so typically, I have a very plant-based diet. I'm very health conscious, so I'm always eating fruits and vegetables. And I would eat some meat occasionally while I'm in Belize because it's everything is organic and most of our meat comes from my farm. However, when I was traveling with my mom and my sister, my stomach was like terrible. Like it was doing cartwheels upside down because I had to get used to the food again. So the last few couple of weeks of the pageant, I really couldn't eat a lot of things that wouldn't upset my
Mm.
stomach. So I ate mostly salads and soups, and now my stomach is like getting strong enough now that I can like eat pizza and burgers now.
Wow. I'm very happy to hear that you're getting back to eating burgers and pizza. That made me hungry now. All right. I've already asked two questions, but before we move further, I want us to start with a grateful heart. So I want to take this opportunity to ask everyone to get your cheat sheets ready because I'll give the floor to everyone to thank all the people who helped you out in your Miss Earth journey so that we won't be able to forget them and would have ample time to thank them for helping you out reach your destination. Let's start with Marissa. Are you ready? Would you like to go first?
Sure, definitely. Well, I
Perfect. Go ahead.
first Well, obviously, the first people I would like to thank are all the fans of Miss Earth because it's truly because of you that our voice is able to be amplified and make real changes all around the globe. So, thank you so much for the outpouring of love and support that I received from you both during the competition and directly after. And I can't go without saying thank you to my amazing Miss Earth team. Laura, Brittany, and Ariel, you truly support your queens with all of your heart. And I think it's very evident that your love has what has brought us 3 crowns home in a row to Miss Earth USA. I also want to thank my team that was in the Philippines helping me along the way with scheduling interviews and getting my voice and message out there. Linnell, JB, and Pat, I couldn't have done this without you guys. I also want to thank the rest of my Miss Team USA. We had the amazing delegation of people who were there staring and just supporting me during the final competition and sharing in that moment. And especially one of my favorite members is my dog Milo, who's always by my side. And then last but not least, I really want to thank my family for supporting in me my whole 10-year journey. I had an exact 10-year journey from the same
Wow.
date, from the first pageant I entered in to the final at Miss Earth. And they really supported me along the way. My biggest thanks goes out to my mother, who always believed in me. She started collecting flowers for my national costume 2 years ago because she believed that once I set my mind on the Miss Earth stage, that is exactly where I was going to end up. And she believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. So thank you, Mom, for everything you do and for watching every single interview, every single competition, and waking up no matter what time it was to support your daughter. I love you so, so much.
All right. What resonated to me is your mom. Your mom is your number one fan, I can say. Oh my
Yes.
God. Please, please
She
send her
definitely
hugs.
is. She's all of our fans. She follows all the girls and just always wants to uplift women everywhere. So if you need someone to cheer for you loudly, just ask Debbie Butler and she'll be there in a heartbeat.
Perfect. Please send our hugs and our kisses to your mom.
Will do.
Thank you. Let's move on to Baitong. Baitong, who would you like to thank?
Oh, okay. I would love to thank you for supporting from the fans all over the world. And I think I will not be here if you don't have to. I mean, you don't have the chance to be here because I don't have any support at all after. And I really appreciate my family because my mom really believed in me. My mom allowed me to do everything, even it's really like stupid thing in my life. So thank you so much to allow me to do everything I want to do to be my lesson learned. And also thank you to my sister. Actually, my sister quite be like mom more than my mom. So thank you to be really hard on my life and push me to everywhere I supposed to go. And also thank you to my team. And the funny thing is my team is named like my crown. It's like in Thailand we call our team is like Fai Mai. It mean like a fire burn or something like that. And I really appreciate every step, every support you give it to me. And also our ND Thailand, Dr. Nong Sirikan On Songkran, really appreciate your give me really big opportunity. This one to be Miss Earth Thailand, and also like give me really big love, big support, and everything. Thank you, Dr. Nong, so much. And also thank you for myself to decide to join the beauty pageant again and bring myself up from the ground. Thank you for destiny. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all of the queen. And thank you for you too.
You are most welcome. Thank you. Please also extend our thank you to PC Ricard. She's a very beautiful soul, very kind lady, and I'm really very happy she helped you out. You're very lucky.
Thank you. I
All
am.
right. Fantastic. Now, finally, let's move on to our Miss Earth. Destiny, the floor is yours. Please thank everyone you wish to thank.
Yeah, so definitely want to thank God. Without him, I would not be here right now. Also, a special thanks to Belize as well. I feel like I have been their baby since I stepped foot into the pageant world. So I want to thank them for always showing me love and support. My mom, my dad, my sister. I have my note right here to make sure I don't
Go
forget
ahead,
anyone.
please. No
Um,
problem.
I have a good friend named Pamela. She has been with me throughout day one till the exact ending. She has been like literally my backbone throughout this pageant, and my good friend Anita as well, who actually flew down from the States to Belize to make sure that I had everything that I needed. My friends Rachel, Stephanie, Star, Mr. Andrew Trumbeck, um, all of my photographers. There's so many of them: Ernie, Akila, Benedict, Kerwin, Bonita, Irene, Island Dreams, and my production, Ignite. They did such an amazing job, and we filmed everything in only a matter of days. Nick Perry, BAP, a good friend of mine named BAP, Mr. Marcel Palma, he actually passed away the day that I was appointed. So I would really like to, send my condolences to his family and thank him as well for his contribution to my win. Um, and a lot of hotels in Belize, La Isla Resort, Turtle Inn, Alea, Isana, Kapal Tree Lodge, and Bella's Backpackers. And transportation was Salt Life Eco Tours, and a lot of different businesses as well. Splash Dive Center, Yard Light, Operation Kingdom, and hair and makeup. I know it's a lot of people, but
It's okay, dear. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
my childhood friend Braids Doc, makeup Vanessa Edwards, Bree Velasquez, Shannon Rose, and Keely Castillo. Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed.
All right. You know what? Actually, I was viewing your Instagram earlier, and I saw that you really had a lot of people to thank. The thought crossed my mind. Why don't we give the floor to our ladies, our winners, so that they can, because I guess you all must admit that you won't be able to win alone.
Exactly.
Behind a strong candidate is a strong team. So let's give credit to whom credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, agree.
All right, fantastic. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me take you back to the first day. If you're given, rather no, if you're given the chance to go back to yourself or to show yourself in a dream on the day one of your Miss Earth journey, what would you tell yourself and why? Let's start with Marissa.
Of course. So if I could go back to day one, that was back in January of this year when I was crowned Miss Earth USA, I would have given myself this message of there is going to be a lot of hard times this year. You're going to face a lot of adversity, both within the pageant, but also within your personal life. And my message would be just keep going, stay strong, because it all is going to be worth it and it's all going to be okay. You are so strong and you're going to make it through this and be so proud of yourself at the end. So never once doubt in your ability to be strong and to show up as the best version of yourself, because that's exactly what you're going to do.
Terrific, fantastic. Let's move on up to Baitong. Baitong, what would you tell yourself on the day one of your Miss Earth journey?
I will tell myself like everything gonna be really okay and just fine because I know you really love challenging, right? And this time, this moment is challenge you a lot, and you're gonna prove yourself a lot as well. And whatever happens, just be happy and smile with everything because everything happened by a reason and let it flow with the wind and be happy with every moment and remember every moment and do it with your best.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much for your message. Now let's go to Destiny. Destiny, what would be your message to yourself if you're given the chance to go back to day one?
I would definitely tell myself to relax. Everything will fall into place. There were times where I was overthinking or I was beating myself up in my head because I did get appointed the end of September, the last week in September, and a week later I had videos that were due, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to film all my videos or if I would be able to have access to a production team. So I filmed my preliminary and final videos in the same days. So I was nervous. I didn't have enough time to train for my walk. And I beat myself up about it like often, but looking back, I would have told myself, relax, everything will work out. Just breathe and let God handle it.
Terrific. Thank you. Um, so it's really more about what I hear from you. The common message is tenacity, that it's gonna be okay. Trust in yourself, and I'm really happy that you soldiered on because of your tenacity, because of your mental fortitude. Here you are with your respective crowns. So congratulations to everyone. Let's move on to my next question. They say it gets hard before it gets easy. So let me ask you, what was the most difficult part of your Miss Earth journey? And conversely, what is your most favorite part of the journey? Let's start with Baitong.
Okay. Well, the hard part I think is like be when you need to fight with yourselves because it's not easy a long way because like we never know what is gonna happen and what you had to deal with and everything is not like that easy in Thailand and in this situation and also like we have a really short time to create and make everything on time And also, I think the most important and the hard one is like I need to fight with myself and talk with myself. Like, yes, you come to the right way. You just need to go more and go further and further and further. And you cry, it's okay, just cry and then go to work. That's it.
All right. What is your most favorite part of your experience, Miss Earth Journey? Then.
Well, I have many because I am the well, I'm kind of remember everything. Well, it's like I be that person because I really love to remember on the detail and everything. Like for example, if you like give me the flower the first day you made me, I will remember that flower if you give me again. And so that is favorite of me because I mean that's the thing it's really important to me, that's why I remember that. So yes, make it famous every moment of it because it's every moment of it is make it to be the story of Miss Earth this year.
Thank you so much for sharing us your insights. Let's move on to Marissa. Marissa, what would be your answer to our question?
Well, besides having to completely change my schedule up, which that has been a difficult thing to get used to, waking up different times. But I say more on a personal level, or the most difficult part about this journey was right before a lot of our interviews were being held. My aunt's brain cancer actually was resurfaced and came back, and
Oh, I'm
especially
sorry.
being on the opposite side of the country, not being able to travel and see her and give her a hug. That was really hard, being mentally strong enough to go into those interviews and present myself, in the best light possible while I'm dealing with emotional things behind the scenes that other people might not be aware of. So that definitely was something that was really difficult for me to balance, prioritizing this amazing opportunity and moment with also being worried about my family, how everyone is doing back home. She's a big part of our life, my favorite aunt. So I really it was really hard, having to deal with that. It started, right during the beginning of my reign, and we thought we were through the woods, and then it came back, right during the highest part of the Miss Earth competition. So that one was really difficult for me personally. But the best part about the Miss Earth journey really was getting to travel around my country to showcase the beautiful locations. I got to actually see so much about my country, places I've never been before, like the Utah Salt Flats, where I filmed my final gown. That was probably my most memorable moment. It was very freezing that day, but it was so stunning. And I just felt like we made magic that day together with that team. But I say also one of the big highlights was getting to meet all the other lovely ladies. We have a WhatsApp group that we're chatting with everyone, getting to know each other. I think Beitong was actually one of the first ones who I really got to know really well. She's so great at reaching out to everyone, just giving so much love and light out to the world. So very thankful having her along on this journey. And then also getting to meet one of the ladies in person when I was in Miami. I got to meet Miss Cuba, and I wish her all the best of luck on the rest of her reign. She's a wonderful person. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting all the other girls in person whenever travel becomes safe again, because I think for me, it's never been about a crown. It's always been about people. It's always been about creating connections. And so I've been trying to do that the best I can in a virtual format, but I'm looking forward to the day where we all get to meet in person.
All right. Thank you. What resonates to me is it's not the crown, it's the people. Wow, that's so profound. Thank you. And of course, our winner, our Miss Earth 2021 Destiny. What are the things and what are the challenges and the things that you liked in your Miss Earth journey?
Yeah, so there were quite a few challenges, and those challenges have started as soon as I first began pageantry. And that was a lot of unsolicited comments or criticism regarding my appearance in the pageant world, specifically in my
Mm,
country as well. I felt as though they were not ready yet to have a queen with locks. We were just starting to come back in the pageant world again, and I got comments if I was going to cut my hair, if I was going to wear a wig, or so-and-so organization would never crown a Rasta girl, and comments on my personality as well. Oh, you're too free. You're going to be a liability. Like, you love to roam around and travel the world. You need to like stay still. And that took a toll on me mentally. And
Mhm.
I necessarily didn't get those comments during this pageant because a lot of people didn't really follow it. But also during the midst of this pageant, I did lose my best friend as well 2 weeks ago. So we just laid him to rest yesterday. So it was extremely emotional for
Oh,
me. However, everything that I've just said, I think that would probably be also the good of all the silver lining of all of this is that the same things that they did not like about me or were worried about, I believe those are the same qualities that Miss Earth loves about me, and which is why I was able to capture the title this year. So it's a blessing and a curse, and I know my friend in heaven is definitely pulling strings for me as well. So I'm very thankful for the journey. And like I said, looking back, I would have told myself to just relax and everything will be okay.
all right. First off, I'm sorry to hear about your loss, and my prayers go to the family of your deceased loved one. I want to zero in on the unsolicited advice. I guess everyone in this floor, every one of you have received comments, nasty comments from people you don't know. They say people who don't know at all, you at all, are the ones who have to say the most. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, how did you personally? Let's start first with Destiny. Destiny, um, how did you go through, or rather, how did you survive? How did you overcome? I guess that's the word. How did you overcome those unsolicited comments, nasty comments, for the lack of a better term?
For the most part, I ignored them. If they were coming from people I don't know, I just ignore them. I feel like I'm very calm and patient, so I'm not someone who gets angry or lashes out easily. That's not who I am. But for the people who I did know, I tried to do my best to educate them and say, hey, like, people love me. People naturally gravitate toward me, and I know that because I'm me and I've experienced it firsthand. So I just tried my best to educate them and let them know like we're progressing, beauty standards are changing. I'm not gonna change myself or be something I'm not to please the masses. That's not what I'm going to do. So I've remained my authentic self throughout this process, and that is what I am so thankful for. Regardless of the criticism, I did not fold, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, you know what? You stood your ground, and you stood up for yourself, and you remained authentic, and a lot of people saw that. Most definitely Miss Earth organization. So thank you for sharing that. Let's go to Marissa. Marissa, how do you deal with bashers for the lack or for lack from people who give you unsolicited advice?
Well, I think that there really is two types of critics. You know, there's the helpful critics that you can learn from and grow and become a better version of yourself. And then there's the non-helpful critics, those people who are just being mean. And the real thing you need to always remember is, you know, you need to put weight in the people's words who know you and love you, because those are the people who are going to, if they're giving a criticism, it's going to be a helpful criticism. If someone doesn't know you at all, doesn't know your story, and they're deciding to critique you, then why put any weight in their words, because they don't know you, and you just need to be able to remember that. So I think that's something that I always try to remind people of if they're ever experiencing hate online or negative comments is, why are you putting weight in people's words who don't know anything about you? So I think that that is one thing I always just try to remind myself, that, you know, I know myself, my family knows me, and as long as I know that I am doing the right thing for myself and to be able to showcase who I am as a person, then those words don't matter. But I will say this, out of all the pageants that I have competed in, I have never felt more love and support than from all of our eco warriors and earthlings around the world. I think, you know, Destiny touched on this before. We really have such an amazing group of fans that are so loving and supportive. And so I really didn't experience nearly as much of that negative criticism that I have in other systems that I feel are not as, you know, supportive of their queens. So I really love that we're part of this Miss Earth family, because it really does extend not only from us girls or the organization, but out to every single one of you fans who just shower us with love and support. So I just wanted to say thank you for the decorum of the fans surrounding this pageant. We love you, we feel it, and I appreciate you making this such an enjoyable experience for each and every single one of us.
Thank you. As they say, no hate, just love. And
Exactly.
if I can also chime in, personally, if I were in your shoes, I won't let these unsolicited advice or unfounded comments stay in my head rent free. So that's the reason. So that's the reason why no, I would disregard. To your point, there are comments which are substantiated, and there are comments that you just need to ignore. How about by Tom? How about you? How do you deal with
Well,
negative comments?
I will say like thank you for make my engagement like getting more reach. Thank you for that. Because you spend your time to like come to like if you really hate someone for real, you will not get attention for that at all. You will not focus. You will not try to like to talk with them. But I had to thank you first because you're spending time with me, and it might be a little bit mistake because you did not know me that well. But it's okay. Just take time to knowing each other more than that. And actually, we are human. We have emotion when we read the comment. Even we have like 100 comment really good, really support, but we have just one comment super like hate, super bad. We're gonna focus on that anyway. But I really want to tell you this, like it's okay, let it be, because the one who really understands you the most is yourself. And try to look up for yourself and ask yourself like, did you be like that? But actually you don't have to ask yourself at all, because you already know who you are. And also like bad comment is like the one who really tags on that or something like that. I'm really feel sorry for them, because they try to push that feeling of this self to each other. For example, like I got a lot of comment like you're not beautiful at all. Maybe they feel they're not beautiful. So I'm sorry for them, but it's okay. Everything can change. You can change as well. So let it
All
be.
right.
Don't worry.
All right. There is a saying here in the Philippines: negative publicity is still publicity. So in the times of social media, negative engagement is still engagement. So thank you for to your point. Thank you for widening your reach.
Thank
All right.
you.
Ladies, thank you. You are most welcome. Um, ladies, I want you to paint. Let's focus on the day itself. I want you to paint a picture on the day itself. What are the emotions running through your head, and how was it? What was the How are you feeling towards the last part wherein you are you're down to the top four? So paint us a picture and basically paint us a picture of what happened during the day itself. Would you like to start, Marissa?
Of course. So I think that it was really a surprise for all of us. We were in the top four because we weren't able to see what was going on in the competition at the same time as actually answering our questions. So we went from answering our, hashtag question, and then we were told, oh, we need to have you answer another question, do our final question. And we just were waiting and waiting. And then they pulled us in. I had no idea where we were in the competition. And when he said there's only two girls left, as you know, I'm like, well, I don't know. I didn't know. I know now. And so I was trying not to freak out at that moment in time, because I knew at that point, I just was so proud of what I have been able to do, not only for myself, but for everyone who believed in me, for my country. So I was already holding back tears when he said that. I knew that no matter what he said for placement at that point, I was going to be beyond happy. And I think you all saw that genuine reaction when he announced me as Miss Earth Air. And I just also wanted to say I'm just so happy for Destiny. I couldn't have asked for a more gracious and kind and caring soul to be our Miss Earth. And so I really just wanted to say thank you to her for always being the best and brightest version of herself. And I think that really is what brought home the Miss Earth crown for her. And I'm really excited to share it this next year and watch her reign grow.
Oh.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. You started thinking destiny, but if you don't mind, we'll push it a little bit later because I
I
still
love
have some questions. Okay. All right. Thank you, dear. Let's have Baitong. Baitong, what is your take us to the part wherein you're doing the live contest itself, the virtual pageant that is.
Okay, so thank you to telling me first. Don't speak something to Destiny yet. I almost like speak to her. Actually, I did not expect any title at all this year because I know everyone of every delegate this year deserve the crown because we really passionate and we the one who doing for real, and I did not expect I'm gonna be they're gonna call my country. So the first, I'm really proud of myself to be like the representative of Thailand already. And when they call my name called Thailand, it's be like shock. It's shock moment only because I did not expect anything at all. And I'm really happy and it's really grateful and really appreciate moment. And I had to like thank you for all the judgment and thank you for Miss Earth organization to see me and give this opportunity to me to be a Miss Earth Fire this year.
All right. Thank you. And of course, Destiny. Um, take us through the your experience on the actual day itself.
I woke up super early. I didn't know that it was only a select few. I literally thought it was everyone. But then I later found out that it was a select few. But overall, I was so nervous because I couldn't find good light, and I got a hotel, and then I realized that the hotel only had 2 lamps. So I don't know if you could see in the video. I'm like moving around trying to figure out what camera to look at because I got confused with the camera. So the first hashtag, I was looking at the wrong camera, and I got a message from one of my chaperones, and she said, "Destiny, you're supposed to look at the other camera." And I thought, oh my gosh, that's it. I'm out of the competition just like that on the first on the first round. I'm out already. So then I had to just wait and wait and wait and wait, and I literally didn't know that I was going to be called again because I looked at the wrong camera. But I guess what I said spoke volume, so I did make it to the next round. And I didn't know if everyone made it to the next round or if this was top 8 or top 4. I had no idea what was happening. But I had a feeling once he said, "Do you know what part of the competition we're at now?" And I was watching Lindsay's coronation not too long before, and I think he said some similar things. And I'm like, I had a good feeling, but I'm like, no, like, let me just relax, like, and see what happens. And once he said, "You are now Miss Earth," I was like, okay. And he said 2021, and I was like, ah.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing us some information, some things that we don't see. Um, you don't see in in the background. Now, let me ask you something about your. I researched about you, the three of you. So let me just ask you this question. Let's start with first with Baitong. Baitong, Nong Chat is my favorite Thai makeup artist.
Oh yes.
I saw your production with Nong Chat with the banana
Yes.
dress. Tell us more about it.
Well, actually, that the day before we have the Loi Krathong festival, is a Loi Krathong festival is made for the people. People gonna regress and respect and thankful for the water, mother of water. We call พระแม่คงคา and everything is be like just been talking with Pinong Chat. This is my first time as well, dear, and I'm really excited because everything is come up from his idea because he say like, okay, you name Baitong. Baitong is mean banana leaf, so that's I'm gonna use for the symbolic of your, and you the one who really do for enrollment for real, and it's related for the festival as well. So yes, and everything just come up like that. That's morning before the festival happened.
Oh yes, that's very wonderful. My jaw dropped when I saw that very glossy picture. Congratulations to you and to
Thank
Nong
you.
Chat.
I did not expect
All
my
right.
face to be like that too. It's like so
Fierce. You are serving
beautiful.
as fierceness.
Yes.
Marissa, in your picture, we saw a video of you jumping from. We don't want to. You mentioned that it's not a bungee jumping, but you are suspended in air. So is this part of your of your legacy as Miss Earth Air? Tell us more about it.
You know, I've always been a little bit of a daredevil, an adrenaline junkie. As you guys know, I used to tag sharks, so I'm no stranger to adrenaline rushes. And so, one thing I wanted to do to start my year off right was go jump through the air and take it very literally as my jump into this role as Miss Earth Air. So I went to the Stratosphere in Las Vegas, and I checked off one of my bucket list items, which was always to jump off of their controlled fall. So it's like a bungee, but instead of bouncing back up, it just goes straight down, almost like an elevator. But it was so amazing, so much fun, and I'm looking forward to be doing more air sports in the coming months. I'm planning on going skydiving for my very first time. I'll be documenting all that for you guys. But that's more of the fun part of my reign. I also definitely want to be focusing on my environmental advocacy as well, obviously. That will be really the heart and soul of what my reign is. But I will be sprinkling in some fun air sports throughout just to be able to be embracing my Miss Earth Air title.
Thank you for sharing that. We were talking about that in the backstage. So we're talking about Miss Earth is Miss Air rather is suspended on air, and then Miss Water is doing scuba diving. So what would Miss Fire do during
I
her
will
reign?
oh, just started.
All right. Thank you, Baitong. You're such a good sport. That's the reason why I love you. Let's go to Destiny. Destiny, we saw that your president congratulated you for winning.
Mhm.
So how do you feel about it? And do you believe in destiny? Do you think this is your destiny so far?
It has definitely been my destiny, and I have gotten a lot of support since the announcement. So the fact that the government of Belize and our prime minister has congratulated me, it definitely means a lot. But it means a lot for Belize. I think that's what it signifies. My win signifies. We've been through so much this year, and oftentimes, like, we don't believe, us Belizeans don't necessarily support each other until we win something. So I'm hoping that this starts that conversation of supporting each other from the ground up until we win as well, because we're stronger together than we are divided. So I'm hoping that this is a lesson learned.
All right. I want to focus on you. The question is, now that you have the crown, how do you use this year? How do you see yourself in this time of the pandemic, forging on still and pursuing your advocacy?
Yeah, for sure. I think right now, Miss Earth is so relevant and important now than ever, considering everything that's happened to us within the past year. I definitely want to plan to use my advocacy to talk about these issues that are uncomfortable to us, or issues that people think are myths, such as climate change. I also want to partner with the government of Belize, and I'm sure that we will be able to do something to spread awareness of ecotourism and support ecotourism, so that way the publicity that we're getting will not go in vain, and it would actually be used to help our environment and help our economy.
All right. My next question to you is: today is around day three, day four, or first few days of your reign. When we mention your name in the future, Destiny, how do you want people to recall you or to remember you?
So when I first stepped into pageantry, I was automatically known as the Ross, as short for the Rasta gal, girl. So they would always call me the Ross, which is fine. I've grown to like the nickname, but now that I've won this international title and I am Miss Earth 2021, I would like to be remembered as someone who was small in body but big in heart, and someone who bites before she barks. So my actions will always speak louder than my words will ever.
Wow. I like the words that you've mentioned. They really tug a chord in our hearts. So thank you so much for sharing those answers with us. Um, for some ladies, they have goals. Now that you've reached a goal, one of your goals, which is becoming Miss Earth, do you think it's time for you to create other goals or to create bigger goals in the future? What would that be?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's so important that we all have goals, because we should always be challenging ourselves to become the best version of ourselves. So this is one goal that I'm able to complete. And because of this goal, it's a stepping stone for all the things that I want to do in the future. I definitely want to continue to represent Belize, if not necessarily in pageantry, but perhaps at meetings in other countries, perhaps a diplomatic position. I definitely want to be continue to be a business owner, if not have more businesses, write more books, and travel and promote my country. Like this is everything that I've been preparing for my entire life, and it's going to give me the opportunity to continue to follow my dreams and goals.
Okay, my last question for you is, there is a child watching this video in the near future, and she is in the crossroads. She wants to fit in, so that she could have more friends or she could join in a pageant, perhaps. What would, coming from the same experience, what would be your message for her?
You do not have to fit in. You were born to stand out. You are unique. You do not have to conform to societal expectations. You set your own expectations. You believe in yourself and surround yourself with people who genuinely love you and care for you, because that's where you will get your strength from. Okay? Do not fall short to social media or the pressures of individuals who are not confident within themselves and are projected onto you. You have to be your own advocate, use your own voice, and most importantly, love yourself. Support yourself and invest in yourself, and you too will be the next Miss Earth, if not go on to be the next Prime Minister, the next top model. Anything your heart desires, you can do it. Believe and love yourself.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That's Destiny showing to us why she deserves the Miss Earth 2021 crown. All right, we have reached this point we're in. Of course, we started earlier with a grateful heart. Let's end this in a positive manner. I want you guys to give messages to each other, messages of hope, messages of support. Beitang, would you like to start giving your message to everyone, to
Yes,
your Miss Earth sisters?
sure. Hi, it's quite shy. Well, actually, first thing first, like, thank you, Destiny. I think you will be the greatest Miss Earth ever, because we see you, what exactly you want to speak, and we see what the real purpose you come here to do for our world, our Miss Earth. And thank you so much for to be like really unique queen, and I believe you will be like inspiration for all of us, not just the girl but everyone in this world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Marisa, hello. You're such a cute and beautiful person ever I ever met. Yes, we talk online, but I feel like we like B1 and B2, you know? Have you watched the uh, cartoon? And I think we relate a lot and everything. Like, I want to see your journey after this as well, and I really love your project and your organization. And anything you need from my support, I will be there. And thank you so much for all of you to be really cutie and amazing queen. And I wish we will meet up as person as soon as possible. And let's be a Miss Earth, rock the world, girl.
Thank you,
Thank
Baitong.
you.
Khop khun nakrap.
Thank you.
Let's have Marissa. Marissa, what is your message to your Miss Earth sisters?
Yes, so I'll start with Destiny. So I just want to thank Destiny for being unapologetically herself and being a great role model for women and people everywhere, that you can accomplish your dreams without sacrificing who you are as a person, and to also always be able to be someone who is gracious, loving, and kind. I think we can all say that Destiny's smile completely lights up any room that she enters. And I think that truly is because she's so at peace with who she is as a person. And that really radiates. I think that's why the Miss Earth organization saw that light in you and decided to reward you with the Miss Earth crown, because they know that not only have you represented yourself so beautifully, but you're representing each and every single person who's ever doubted their ability to do something because they didn't fit in with societal norms. And so I think that's such a powerful thing. And I'm so happy to be able to be a part of this legacy, to be able to support you through this year. because I know this year will truly go down in history as one of the strongest Miss Earth batches. I think we were the largest Miss Earth batch, one of the strongest Miss Earth batches. And I think we really walked away with such a kind, caring, and gracious queen. And so, thank you. I'm glad that it was you. If I had to lose to anyone in the world, it would be one of you four ladies. And so I'm very happy that I get to share, this experience and journey with you all. And then I also wanted to say, thank you to Baitong for being such an amazing friend. You've made this experience so much fun. Whenever there has been like a hard moment or, I was dealing with things emotionally, you were there with a joke, with a quip, to make me smile and bring just laughter and joy into my life. And so I really just wanted to say I appreciate you being such a good friend, especially within pageantry. I feel, sometimes girls can feel as if just because we might be competitors, that doesn't mean we can't be friends. And I love that you embrace that. I love that all the women here really embraced that. I think we all talked long before we got our respective titles. And I really appreciate, both of you to be extending that branch to become friends and just to share, your love and support for not only yourself and your countries, but for all of the women who are competing. So I just wanted to say, thank you for being such kind and gracious queens for the both of you. And, I'm sorry Rami's not here, but I just want to say, I'm looking forward to seeing her reign as well. And I know she's doing amazing things already, hitting the ground running with her documentary that she's filming, which is why she can't be here today. So I'm very, very excited to see, the value added that she brings to the Miss Earth organization as well, and to get to know her when she has a little bit more free time.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Marissa. And of course, finally, our Miss Earth 2021, Destiny, what would be your message to your Miss Earth sisters?
Yes, I'm so excited to share great things about my sisters. Marissa was actually the first person to message me once I got appointed for Miss Earth Belize. So it's funny how everything comes back a full 180. And I was like, oh my God, USA. She's like, she's making everyone's hot picks. And she just messaged me. So I've been a fan from the beginning, of course. And I'm happy. I'm so happy that she is Miss Earth Air. She definitely deserves it. You deserve everything that you're about to receive, Marissa. You are the definition of a woman of the earth, and your perseverance and dedication to advocating for our planet and your love for pageantry does not go unnoticed. Like you said, this is your 10-year anniversary, and I couldn't have been more proud of you. And I hope that you are proud of yourself, because not only did you represent your country well, you represented your state, and you are representing yourself like amazingly. So thank you so much for being kind to me as well, and embracing me and supporting me. Bye Tong, Miss Thailand. You are the funniest person I have never met before, because we haven't met yet, but you are so funny. And I remember seeing you on Instagram, and I've been fans of all my elemental crown, like you ladies, from the moment I saw you all. I knew that there was something special about you all. Thailand, you are so beautiful inside and out, and I can't even find the word to describe your personality and your passion, but you are just so genuine, and you are a role model, because you, like I said previously in a prior interview, you don't filter your passion, and that's something that we can all learn from. That's something that we should all be as passionate as you are. And I'm happy to have you on as Miss Earth Fire, and I'm happy that you are supporting me, and I cannot wait for all of us to get closer and be in the same room together. And our Miss Earth Water, who is not here, Rami from Chile, she did an amazing job representing her country, and she's a flawless individual. She's such a smart woman, and I'm super excited to get to know her more as well on this journey. And I can't wait for us to all be together. So thank you all. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me. We are going to be sisters for life, and this is history.
Wow. My heart is filled with joy right now. There's so much warmth, love, and humility riding in this conversation. And before we end this short interview, would you have any final words to your fans, or would you want to invite them to subscribe or to follow you on your social media handles before we wrap this conversation? Let's start with by Tom.
Okay, so please follow my Instagram BAITONT underscore J. And also like keep follow up this earth because this is just the beginning of our journey and we have many things after it to come up with. And also like when you follow my Instagram, you're gonna see many title of me about like my organization and my project. So let's follow. Thank you so much. And don't forget to
Thank you.
follow like our queen also.
Thank you, Baitong. Susuna. Susuna Krap.
สู้ๆค่ะ
Marissa, any final words to your fans?
Yes, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's supported me along the way. And also, I just want to say the support doesn't just end with me. Please be supporting all of my other amazing elemental queens and our new Miss Earth. You know, they all are truly amazing people. So I just wanted to say, you know, bring that support you gave for me and bring it over to them as well, because we'd love to see you support Miss Earth as a whole. And then you can follow me at Marissa Page Butler on Instagram. And once you're there, you can see all of my different my organization, We Clean Trails. There's a link there in my bio. And then if you want to follow my dog Milo and see a little bit more about my personal life, you know, that would be Just the Fluff, because he's the fluffiest puppy and everyone thinks he's so big, but it's just fluff. He's really small underneath all that fur.
I will definitely follow Milo.
So I definitely want to
Oh,
say, oh,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna hop into it.
Destiny, if you don't mind me, let me just get some time. Baitong, I saw that you want to show your mom to us. Could you please show your mom
Sorry,
to us? I'm
sorry
sorry,
to
just
listening because like
I'm
actually
sorry.
my mom is next to me the whole time แม่มาใกล้ๆแม่จ๋า
Hi.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawadee ka, man.
Hello my is
Hello.
Mom ใบทอง
Nice to meet you, Mama Thailand.
Nice to meet you
Yes.
Sawadee ka. Yindi ti dai rujak ka.
Thank you sorry
Thank you. It's okay, Baitong. Sorry, I just saw your message. Sorry. I'm sorry, Destiny. Thank you so much.
thank you
Thank you
All right. Now, Destiny, it's your turn. What any parting words for our fans?
Yeah, thank you so much for following all of us along the journey. Thank you for being kind to us and showering us with love. I also want to say continue to follow us on Instagram, social media, all of the elemental queens, including myself. And if it's not too much to ask, if you guys can please continue to search Belize and please consider us for your next vacation spot. It would mean a lot.
Absolutely. You got it. Marissa, I just want to ask you, is your mother with you as well? I mean, is your mother with you in the vicinity?
No, my mother actually lives on the opposite side of the country as me, but I do have
Oh,
Milo if you want to see him.
of course, definitely. Please show
One
us.
moment, you grab
And
him.
Destiny, if you have somebody with you as well that you want to share the screen, that would be absolutely fine, so that we can have this. Oh,
no it's
oh my
it's
God.
special
Oh my
because
God.
fly back from Bangkok to Chumphon and like meet my mom here. So this is really special for you too, and mine too.
Don't worry, you will meet my whole family soon. Okay, they're
Yes,
waiting. Then you will meet them all, and I have a big dog named Uhtred who I cannot wait to share with you all.
No, it's funny.
Milo.
Mommy actually also has a dog named Milo as well, so I'm
Oh my
looking forward
God.
to seeing her Milo. Yeah, you
Milo.
know.
Oh my,
All right, you
Milo is
Milo,
very
yes.
famous.
Oh my God, your dog is absolutely gorgeous, just like
Thank
the owner.
you. Just got a haircut, so he's got all fresh and pretty for you all.
All right, thank you, ladies. Thank you for your time. We enjoyed this session. It's a few seconds before the top of the hour, and I know you girls are busy, and you need to rest for your beauty sleep, and you need to recuperate because you might have other interviews to come. So thank you so much for this such warm, fuzzy, educational, very humbling conversation that we had with you on behalf of Sash Factor and of course Miss Earth organization. We thank you, ladies. You've proven to us why you have your own respective crowns. We thank you, we adore you, and wish you all the best. Guys, their journey doesn't end with just winning the crown. Let's all support them all throughout the year so that they can push forward their advocacy, and let's ensure that they would have a successful reign ahead of them. Again, my name is Carl Capelan on behalf of Sash Factor. We wish everyone thank you, good night, and God bless. Kopko na krap. Sawadee krap. Bye-bye.